that you were most recently a federal lobbyist. We're going to be hearing that all the time from your opponents.
Sure.
And aren't lobbyists a big part of the problem in Washington? Why would people want to elect a federal lobbyist?
Well, listen, we're going to talk about that every step of the way. So in some areas I have to correct the record. I have several businesses. I have a business here in Pinellas County. I work here in Pinellas County in finance, in nonprofit management. I do a fair amount of consulting. And for a number of clients, yes, I'm required to register as a federal lobbyist. That is, at this point, maybe 10% of what I do. But I'm proud of my record here. And let's talk about that. What does that mean? That means that when Pinellas County organizations have tried to interface with the federal government, I've been able to assist them. And I'm proud of a few things. We have been able to secure money for law enforcement to go after sex offenders. We've been able to bring jobs to Pinellas County as a result of investments in the high-tech community here.
When you say we, you're talking about Bill Young.
No, you're asking questions about my private practice now. I'm talking about in my private practice.
Right.
I've worked with organizations to bring funding to law enforcement to go after sex offenders. I've worked with biomedical research labs to advance research for wounded warriors, medical research for wounded warriors with amputations. I've been able to work with small companies here as well as large companies here to bring jobs here.
Yeah. Let's talk about residency, because there's this notion that you're an outsider and you're
I'd love to talk about that. I'd love to talk about that.
Especially if you go up against Alex Sink.
Sure, I'd love to talk about that.
Okay.
So I understand what has been said about me by some of my opponents in the Republican primary. I consider them friends. You all have covered politics for a long time. You know that a race like this causes people to say some pretty bizarre things. I was born here in Dunedin. I live in Indian Shores. I chair the Indian Shores Zoning Committee right now. I'm a fourth-generation Pinellas resident. My grandfather worked construction for the old J.B. Hunt Construction Company. Another family member ran a grocery down by Morton Plant Hospital. My father was a minister at Calvary Baptist Church. When I graduated from college, I'd never been north of Tennessee. Again, my opponents like to say some pretty crazy things. That's not what this race is about. I'm a Pinellas County guy. I'm a Bill Young Republican. I know what it means to work for the people of this county.
So let me ask you, then what is the biggest